Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first official stream of regular season so far. We're currently in match day 2, watching a prospect game, a little bit of a rescheduled game, just slightly delayed by 30 minutes. Probably giving it time to some players to be able to make the match, and kicking things off with Bronze, Wildcard, and Pistol on Ancient. I will be solo casting, unfortunately, but just wanted to make sure we could get a stream out there. Test out the new Blob HUD. Thanks so much to Blob for being able to put this together, and some beautiful integration with CSC. We've got player profile pictures, the team logos, all nicely set up, super easy to use, and really clean looking, if I do say so myself. But enough of intro. I mean, we've already gone through the pistol round. Wild cards take the first round, and yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give myself a quick second here to get familiar with these teams as well. Looking at Dirt McGirt, Geyzow, hopefully, Milky, Fresh, Lance, representing Piranhas for Gone Fishing, and then I kind of just want to say purple, Orpal, I'm assuming, Provolone, Vice, Dr. True, and Neapolitan representing the wild cards. So the pistol picked up. We do have some Mac 10s. It looks like a big mid round, and Dr. True managed to pick up the first, finds the second on Fresh in Cave. They're walking through Red Room, standing together strong with numbers, and yeah, I mean, pretty predictable round, but nonetheless a nice little influx of cash for the wild cards, as Piranhas are going to get a chance to look at their first gun round. But yeah, let me take this as a small chance to see just how these teams did from match day 1. So far, one game under the belt. Not a whole lot to necessarily go off of, anti-strat or anything like that, but it does look like HR won their first game versus HG. Curious to see if they're going to be able to continue that success, as wildcards are choosing to 5-man push through A. Lots of flashes coming out quick, as Fresh is alone, backside. Oh, the donut smoke is just slightly off, and Dirt McGirt actually picks up 2. Neapolitan finds 1, and now it's just him and Provolone on the site. A nice swing into Donut, clears Dirt McGirt. Still a numbers advantage for Piranhas with no bomb plant down. There's a minute 20 left on the clock, and Provolone does fall. Neapolitan with only 11 HP, it looks like. It's going to be a tough round to try and convert. But yeah, has cut all noise. Hoping to see if these players will rotate off, maybe pushing a B, but Lance is posted up on the angle, waiting for the player to walk out, and, confirms the round for Piranhas, as, yeah, now we get into the big boy round. And where are you? Gone Fishing prospect. Looks like, ooh, wait. Lost one? I don't know. Match day 1, they had an 11-11 scoreline against Cal, so not sure, not exactly sure how that works, but either way, we'll go with the story that Piranhas are looking for the first win here, while wildcards are trying to continue a streak. But Geyzow picks up the first kill through a smoke, just a little bit of spam. Another one or Neapolitan actually manages to pick up Lance through a smoke as well. Now to a 4v3. And so the wild cards are going to group up towards B. Some util in hand. Smokes down. Only one player on site, and he falls quick. Now there's nothing standing in the way between wildcards and a chance to plant. Look for a post plant. Provolone's going to get really active here, and it pays off. He does find one, staying on the angle, but pulls out U2 at the wrong time. Now the retake's on. Milky chooses, or I guess I should say Fresh chooses to separate from Milky, and they both take ones, and Urpal actually gets both of those kills, securing wildcards their third. And the first timeout called. Oh, this would make my goat Momo so proud. Momo, I miss you. as a strong believer in timeouts. And yeah, okay, it is the Piranhas timeout. Just had to make sure, you know, give you a chance to breathe. We lost, you know, a pretty important gun round. Definitely doesn't, you know, determine the rest of the half. I think the timeout is a good way to try and make sure that it won't, you know, snowball into an even greater deficit. But right now, the money's not looking too great for the Piranhas. They've got an MP7. Looks like, you know, kind of that traditional half buy, staying above that 2K range, so that way they can buy next round. But still with enough weaponry to cause some damage if the wild cards aren't careful. And so far, it looks like it's been kind of slower on the, you know, HR's approach onto the seasides. I'm looking, you know, kind of at this ruined doors as we aren't rushing up lane, but kind of walking out, including the mid players as well. Being very cautious. And for good reason. You know, running quick into a 5-7 could, you know, swing the favor in towards gone fishing. And I mean, that's one rifle down. Player is spotted. His location's known. Wifey's gonna hard clear him. And so with that kill, they're gonna speed up onto A. There is still one more player tucked in Temple. Fi's still looking for another hard clear. I don't know if they spotted him yet. Oh, I guess it was smoke. Guys, who does fall. Fresh is quick behind him. Manages to pick up one, but you know, 2 more kills and wild cards. Losing 2 players, you know, not bad, not good necessarily. But do secure their 4th round, and now we're looking at another big buy round. And so I think what I'd love to see here is, you know, potentially how Piranhas are able to adapt to maybe the slower style, or, you know, maybe even not. I mean, maybe wildcards do pick up the pace. They had that A rush not that long ago, and so I think a good mix-up of plays from this T side so far has put Piranhas in a bit of a tough spot. They do walk down bottom mid, take some control, jump up, spots Dr. True. Dirt McGirt does take him down. They quickly fall back. And so now wildcards, maybe the patience isn't going to work for them this round. Have no real control towards lane or towards mid. No lurk towards A. And so the slow walk, they are going to group up right outside B, where Lance is posted up. Bottom ramp with the op. Now, the rest of the Piranhas are positioned much closer to defend A. It'd be quite the rotate. If wildcards are able to go quick, Lance should start hearing some util. Manages to find one. And really intelligently retreats. Team already behind the smokes, ready to support him. The bomb is going to go down. Is a chance for a post plant here. I am kind of keeping my eyes on this mid take from the CTs as Orpal does get the first guy, but now the smokes have faded on site. They're pushing up. Orpal gets caught out with a little bit of util in hand. Provolone stuck on site, but he does get one. The T's are finding their frags. Now it's done with 3v1, and wow, what a post plant that is. Wildcards, honestly, should not have gotten away with that. A 3v5 retake, and such good positioning too. I mean, the util went down. Like, I didn't really get to see the fights on site, as I was more focused on, I think, Orpal and, you know, his heroics towards that B ramp area. But still, lots of gunfights looking, or even just like stronger coordination looking, looks from the wild card here as Piranhas are forced into another mixed of pistols, SMGs, half-by type of round. Vice looking for this donut player. This time, Dirt McGirt not fully pushed out by the molly. He's going to wrap around. Oh, almost finds one, but even if he did, he would have been quick to be trade out. And a look that we've seen before, this fast A hit right off that donut kill means that they are going to get a free plant. And Lance, oh! If Lance finds that kill, I mean, AK in the round, what do you really do here? Do we really want to try and go for the 4v4 and the rest of my team's on pistols, or do we just save that? And it does look like he's going to run away, but Fresh with a nice 1-dig. Milky right behind it. Milky with his own 1-dig. And they've got 2 guns. The rest of the players are stuck in Donut. It's a good position for a post plant. First one falls, second one falls. They don't have a kit, but it looks like they're going to have enough time. The timers are still up there, so I can in fact see that a stick here does win them the round. And wow. As much as I mean, is it a caster curse? I've been complimenting the wild cards on, you know, their trading and then to lose a round like that in a respectable timeout to follow as well. You know, don't let that one tilt you too hard, because that's definitely a very frustrating round to lose. Not one that we should have lost. And to think that it wasn't even necessarily off the back of that AK that first dropped, you know, who was it? Lance, I think, in Jag, getting that first kill, manages to secure a gun, but he was on his way to save. It was Milky. It was Milky and Fresh, I think. I hope. Oh, my recalling skills are so bad. But the 2 1-digs from Temple just annihilating wild cards and you know, being able to speed up off that and securing the bomb site. So you know, hopefully a good look into what we can potentially see the rest of this half as both teams got a really important gun round here. Money looking pretty tight. We have one player who's quickly made their way into Jag. Vice with this classic MP7 while the rest of his team runs up ramp. He's going to be looking at the wrong corner. Gaizu finds him, quickly pivots his sight, finds a second. Now, Lance, I thought stuck behind the smoke, but he's going to find 2 of his own, and this side is locked down. Orphle does get 1, but Lance with his 5-7 means that they only Gone Fishing only lose 1 player, and now wildcards, even after that timeout, are forced to save and more than likely concede the 4th round to Piranhas. This could very easily become a tied game before we know it. What would Momo say in this situation? I need my color caster to support me here. But anyways, Gone Fishing or wildcards having not had very much success on that. B execute, look to go to the A site, a pretty open A site, things considered. Smokes do go down, plant is going to go down as well, and maybe an angle to try and push through CT. They should have plenty of Yuta to do it. Spam is not connecting just yet, and now we're looking 5v5. There is an op in play for the CTs, which will make this a little bit more difficult. The smoke should be fading soon. As a nade is going to chunk a little bit. Oh, he turns expecting a flash, but there's 4 people walking out of Donut here. Only 2 kills, though. John McGirt, quick to whip out the pistol, finds 2 more, and now it's just down to Provolone with the Tech 9 in main. He gets the first, he gets the second, he gets all 3! Provolone! From walking onto an empty bomb site to clutching the round. Wow, what a play from both sides, honestly. It looked so good for the Piranhas, but I mean, yeah, when the time's ticking like that, like they just got the bomb down so early. There just wasn't, you know, that extensive amount of time to be able to coordinate the push and, you know, take things slowly. Like CTs are forced to rush there, and it spells their demise. So now looking at again more of a default from wildcards. A slower round. We do have 1 player that walks out in the mid, but gets quickly pushed out from the util. See 1 running up shelf pretty quickly. Find any value. He's got 1 behind him. Smokes keeping him from getting flanked by Jag. And wildcards look pride to try and take this mid control in the mid round. Dirt McGirt forced back. Milky forced back out of red. Still in good positions to stop them from taking any more space, but they have complete freedom to go wherever they choose. Whether they want to go look for another A hit like they've done many times off this mid control, or repivot into this B hit, which is what it looks like they want to do. Five v4. And this B setup just looks So easy to dismantle. I mean, Gaizu just alone out on the pillar gets destroyed, and Vice quickly finds a second one. Now it's just Lance stuck in the back of with an op. He gets a no-scope on the first. He's ready for the second. Quickly pivots, now 2v2. There's not much util left in this round. They aren't sure where the second is for sure. Only know that one is ramp. Oh, Fresh caught out with util. Lance with the trade, and he should know where the last. He's sticking it. Does Dr. True call it? Oh, he gets off. But he doesn't know. He doesn't actually know. He hears the step now. Oh, but he's given up on time. No, he just goes for the AK. But at this point, there really shouldn't be any more time. Dr. Drew's gonna slowly walk up. He pre-fires it. Oh, and with just half a second late, I think that goes to the wild cards. It does. Wow. They are keeping it close on the edge of your seat. I don't know what to say. These two teams are playing some disgusting Counter-Strike right now. In a good way and in a bad way. But two more rounds for the wild cards to kind of show off their T side before, you know, swapping for the half. As once again, Piranhas on an eco. MP7 pistols. We've seen them win it before. This time choosing to do the 5-man push through elbow, while wild cards do a 5-man push up B. Gonna be quick through spawn. Could potentially catch Neapolitan off here, as 3 people staring at him with pistols is enough to take him down without too much of a loss. Fresh finds one of his own, and now 3v3. This is a chance for Dirt to sneak through the smoke. He holds on the trigger a little too early, but it doesn't matter. He finds 2. Now 1v1. Dr. True did flank the rest of his team. He knows that he's there. I've seen this before, but this time Dr. True wins the gunfight. Did he win it before? Again, I'm bad with this recall stuff. But either way, wild cards with an 8th round now, just widening this gap, and yeah, really hoping to get 9. While Piranhas definitely are gonna need this this last CT round, gun round, if they want to have a competitive game here. Lance back on the op. Love to see this. It's great value as flashes come out mid, and Vice just rips 2 players. I'm expecting them to quickly go into an ace push here. Kind of pause. Oh, Urpel's just so ready for this push. I mean, they've got this A main player kind of flanking. The T's have paused. This is a very different round than we've seen before. Fresh's location is now known as he takes out the player on shelf. Neapolitan, though, poised and takes him down as we've got, I think, Dr. True in spawn, ready to catch our last remaining player, Lance, who is forced to retake in a 1v4 with the op. Has 2 angles to clear here. Chooses not even to bother with it. Well, I say that. 2 players low, but yeah, quickly falls, and wild cards with an excellent half to potentially try and secure this game and continue their streak, like we said before. Again, don't know if Piranhas won or lost their last game. Their record, according to Analytic Hill, shows 11-11, which, if you've played Counter-Strike before, you should know that that is not possible to end a game 11-11 unless something went horribly wrong. But regardless, so yeah, the narrative I've been going with is they lost their first match. I'm hoping for Piranhas to pull out their first win here, or to see wild cards, you know, start building a streak, potentially go 2-0 here. I think either way, I just love some exciting Counter-Strike, and so far this match has been delivering. As pistol round, the dualies inside, a unique take, but it doesn't matter when you've just got 5 people running out into mid. How are you supposed to defend that? Neapolitan and Vice go down quickly. There's still 1 more player on A. Orpal does get 1 and manages to back out. Smoke, so they are able to shoot from CT. Dr. True catches Lance, trying to stick the bomb plant. Urpal finds one of his own, Gaizu, putting those dualies to work and gets the plant down, and now it's just left up to Urpal, who finds the first. Oh, and he's so close to getting the second. Milky, though, keeping Piranhas in the game as they pick up a much-needed pistol round if they want any chance at any sort of a comeback against the Wildcards here. So now, do you force or do you save? Wildcards do have I want to say a lot of rounds. I mean, MR13, a 9-4 scoreline, you know, I could go either way in terms of, you know, is this enough rounds that you gamble the force, see if you can, you know, really kick Piranhas out of this game with a CT4 spot, or save as they chose to do. As Vice just sends it out Jaguar with dualies. Does get taken down. Provolone behind him with a 5-7. That looked like a fight that he could have won. A little bit more of a favorable fight, unlike that dualies one, but does get taken out, and with a slow and steady take, they are going to secure the B site. Now, does your planter die to this pistol? Dr. True swings out. Oh, it does get one. Gaizu, though, is able to trade. Smokes down means that our last player, Urpel, yeah, stands really no chance. And Piranhas secure the 5th. But, again, Wildcards still hold a bit of a lead, you know. Should be feeling relatively comfortable here. This is their first chance at a good buy round, so really curious to see what kind of setup they go for here, and, you know, if we're going to see anything similar from Piranhas when it came to, you know, some of those gambly rushes that Wildcards were going for. I wonder if they talk about that as a franchise. You know, the gamble franchise. Do they, like, coach their players to, like, just gamble stack, gamble rush stuff? If so, that'd be really cool. But Dr. True finds the first. Actually, there's been 2 kills, so probably a 4v4 pretty quick into the round. Fresh walks his way into Jaguar while Vice still is holding on to Show of Control. Oh, and that gun pickup is going to give him a lot of noise. He sneaks past these 2 players down ramp, and he swings and still picks up another one. McGirt turns his attention towards the site as Dr. True just takes the place of Vice and just runs out Jaguar. Shoots him in the back. Gaizu gets the trade, finds a second. He wants to make the round. He wants to make it believable for Piranhas here, but Urpel from mid manages to catch him in the back. And so a very important gun round, and Wildcards are able to take that. And a timeout from the Piranhas. I think a pretty good one. They should be able to buy here. And so, you know, even off the back of that win, with all the armor and the deaths and like the util restocking that the Wildcards have to do, a win here would still, you know, keep their economy in check, for example. So it's Wildcards aren't necessarily out of the gates yet, even after that rifle win. They still really want to secure another round here if they, you know, kind of want to lock this game up. And Piranhas winning this would do big things for their half here. I'm curious if we're going to see any more hopping, especially from Lance. He had some big moments. I'm not sure if this is necessarily the best map to pull it out on the T side, but nonetheless, there are ways to make it viable, as Fresh is solo through B, and he's going to fully run up. They still got a player committed towards A here. It seems like a hard fake into an A hit. Purple spotting the shadows. He gets one. They even have support from Neapolitan, who's 2 of his own from Donut. Lance does find Purple, but he's alone now, and with only 12 HP. He has no real way into this round. And I assume they really thought that fake would, you know, sending... Who was it? I don't don't remember who they sent, but sending their one player up B to go like look for a fight would pull over more the CTs, but wild cards weren't budging. Maybe they don't gamble. Dr. True, you got it. You know, you can kind of tuck yourself in the corner there, so that way you don't have to like movement here. But he says, screw the movement, just give me the kill. As he takes the fight and wins the duel. And puts wild cards up 11-5. In this game, it's not looking too bright for the Piranhas. If you're a Piranha fan right now, they need your energy more than ever. As they are looking to win 6 straight, or wait, you know, stuck on pistols here, more than likely conceding match point and need to win, I don't know, a bunch of rounds. A dink on the long player, but so the team must fall, a crazy burst double kill, and that gives them room to plant. I mean, honestly, a chance to win this round. It is a 2v3, a gun in hand, but oh, 2 quick kills, clean kills from Vice and Urpel. Quickly just puts out any little dwindle of hope that there was at picking up an eco. A really needed eco because, like I said, they're gonna need to win a bunch of rounds in a row here if they want. If they want to win this game, they have to force OT. Believe it or not, who would have thought that, right? But with a plant, they have plenty of money to be able to. They do pick up the op on Lance. That is something I was wondering. Not a bunch of util on him, but you know, full belts on the rest of their players. And is he just gonna go for the classic boost on the box? Might not be too bad of an idea. Lots of spam from the mid players. Are gonna jump up. The smoke does block his vision, so now he's forced to just hold for a Jaguar swing. Which I wouldn't be surprised if wildcards try to do that. It looks like Drew is also ready to try and swing up too. Oh, the shot just goes wide. That was so needed if they wanted to have a good chance of winning this round. Milky walks out elbow and falls to Neapolitan, who's holding around the smoke. Land's going for the weak swing. He does catch Vice. That is a big pick. As Bomb is pushing A. It's not the op. He re-peeks into it, and now Bomb's down. Not holding it anymore. Might not be ready for the second player. He isn't. Gaizu takes him down. But is Gaizu ready for CT? Oh, Spray goes a little out of control. He does take control of the bomb. It is a 3v3 with 50 seconds. They could slow down if they wanted. A smoke likely means that they're going to try and come in here. Just have to be careful for this donut position. Wildcard's in a really good position to retake this as the first fight goes to Provolone. Provolone finds 2, and now it's all left up to Fresh, and he falls to Dr. True. A quick 13-5 for the high rollers, the Wildcards. Keeps their streak alive as they go 2-0 in CSC. Woo, woo. This is when the music plays. About to crash into my face. Go to the post-game screen. It's not there. What if we... Oh, I think I have an MVP screen. I gotta fix it, but... MVP, according to Blob, is Provolone. I don't see his name, but I do recognize that profile picture. Provolone, my goat, a fellow media member. So, you know, well played. Wait. Is this 14-11? I don't know exactly how this is decided, but regardless, again, I love the Blob graphics, and hopefully we'll be able to update them, you know, come next match day. I know there's another reschedule, I think, for the weekend. Otherwise, you know, look forward to hopefully our next stream game being this Monday for Premiere, and then followed by our usual match days of Tuesday and Thursday for Elite through Recruit. Do I really have anything else to say? I don't think so. Again, just wanted to be able to get a stream out there. You know, hoping to bring some more broadcasts over to CSC regardless of, you know, whether we have casters or not, I'll make it happen. But again, thanks to any and everyone watching. Thanks to all of our players in CSC for making this league, real and alive. Wouldn't be what it is without the community. And thank you to OBS Kachow. Thank you to Mochi for observing the game for me, which made this so much easier for me to be able to solo cast. So big thanks to her. But all that said, I think that is it for our stream tonight, and I look forward to the next broadcast. See you guys.